7 Stoic Lessons for Handling Frustration. Lesson 1. Focus on what you can control. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, said, "There is only one way to happiness. Cease worrying about things beyond your control." Frustration often arises when we try to control the uncontrollable: traffic, a friend's opinion, or a global crisis. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. For example, imagine you're stuck in a long queue at the store. You can't speed up the line, but you can choose to read a book, plan your evening, or simply breathe deeply. That's Stoic control in action. Historical example: Marcus Aurelius ruled during a plague and invasions. In his meditations, he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Despite chaos, he focused on his duties and stayed calm. Modern scenario: your boss criticizes your project unfairly. You can't change their words, but you can control your response. Politely clarify your work or focus on improving the next task. Exercise: take 5 minutes. Write down a current frustration, e.g., my neighbor's noise. List what's in your control, e.g., using earplugs, talking calmly, and what's not, e.g., their behavior. Share with a partner or journal. We'll discuss insights later. Lesson 2. Practice response delay. When frustration hits, our instinct is to react instantly: snap at a colleague, argue with a spouse, or stew in anger. Stoicism advocates for a pause, what I call response delay. Seneca, a Stoic advisor to emperors, practiced this by visualizing setbacks daily, preparing his mind to stay steady. Picture this: your teenager slams the door after an argument. Instead of yelling, pause, count to 10, and say, "Let's talk when we're calm." That pause can prevent regret. Historical example: Seneca faced Emperor Nero's rage. By pausing and choosing measured words, he often defused dangerous situations. Modern scenario: a driver cuts you off in traffic. Instead of honking, take a deep breath and think, they're in a rush, it's not personal. You stay calm. Activity: pair up and share a time you reacted impulsively, e.g., sent an angry email. How could a pause have changed the outcome? If solo, journal this reflection. Spend 10 minutes discussing or writing, then share key takeaways. Lesson 3. Reframe your perspective. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke." This is about reframing. A difficult person isn't an enemy, they're a chance to practice patience. A setback isn't a failure, it's a lesson. For example, when I lost a promotion, I was devastated. Reframing it as a chance to learn new skills turned my frustration into motivation. Historical example: Epictetus, enslaved for years, reframed his lack of freedom as an opportunity to master his mind, becoming a renowned teacher. Modern scenario: your friend cancels plans last minute. Instead of feeling rejected, think, they're overwhelmed, I'll check in later. You stay positive. Exercise: think of a frustrating person. Write 3 reasons for their behavior, e.g., they're stressed, insecure, distracted. How does this shift your perspective? Spend 7 minutes writing, then discuss in groups or journal. Stretch, grab a drink, or reflect. How could one Stoic lesson change a situation in your life? Jot down thoughts and we'll reconvene soon. Lesson 4. Embrace acceptance. Acceptance isn't resignation, it's liberation. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Accepting people's flaws or life's imperfections frees us from pointless battles. For instance, if a stranger is rude at the coffee shop, accept that their behavior reflects their stress, not your worth. You move on peacefully. Historical example, Epictetus accepted his enslavement but focused on his inner freedom, teaching others to do the same. Modern scenario, your aunt lectures you about your life choices. Instead of arguing, think, that's her perspective, I'm okay with mine. You stay calm. Activity, in groups, discuss a time you resisted accepting someone's behavior, e.g., a friend's lateness. What happened when you let go? If solo, journal for 7 minutes. Share insights. Lesson 5, cultivate gratitude. Stoicism isn't just about enduring, it's about thriving. Marcus Aurelius began each day listing things he was grateful for, his family, his health, even the sunrise. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right. Try this now. List 5 things you're thankful for: a warm meal, a kind friend, or simply being here. Notice the shift in your mood? Historical example. Seneca, exiled to Corsica, wrote letters expressing gratitude for his mind's clarity despite losing wealth and status. Modern scenario, you're stressed about bills. Pause and think, I'm grateful for my home and my ability to work. It eases your tension. Exercise, spend 10 minutes sharing your gratitude list with a partner or journaling. Then try a gratitude walk. Notice 5 things around you to appreciate, e.g., trees, laughter. Discuss how this reduces frustration. Extended discussion, summarized, spend 15 minutes exploring gratitude's impact. Share stories, e.g., thanking a difficult colleague for teaching patience. Cover 5 scenarios, e.g., a tough workday, a family conflict, a health challenge, a missed opportunity, and a busy schedule. Practice gratitude for each. How could gratitude transform one frustration in your life? Write a quick gratitude list or take a mindful walk. Lesson 6. Build resilience through adversity. Stoics saw challenges as training for the soul. Epictetus said, difficulties show a person's character. Think of a time you overcame hardship, it made you stronger, right? For example, when my friend faced a toxic boss, she used Stoicism, paused before reacting, reframed criticism as feedback, and built confidence to seek a better job. Historical example, Marcus Aurelius endured betrayal by his general Avidius Cassius. He forgave him, focusing on his duty, showing resilience. Modern scenario, your business deal falls through. Instead of despair, think, what can I learn for next time? You bounce back. Activity, write a letter to your future self about a current challenge. Use Stoic lessons, e.g., control, acceptance, to advise yourself. Spend 10 minutes writing, then share or journal. Additional scenarios summarized, explore 5 scenarios, e.g., a career setback, a relationship strain, a financial loss, a public failure, and a personal doubt. Apply resilience to each. Lesson 7. Live with purpose. Stoicism is about living virtuously, acting with wisdom, courage, and kindness. Ask daily, what's the right thing to do? For example, when a coworker vents, listen patiently. When a family member snaps, forgive them. This aligns your actions with your values, reducing frustration. Historical example, Seneca risked his life advising Nero, striving to act justly despite danger. Modern scenario, your friend gossips about someone. Instead of joining in, change the topic, acting with integrity. Exercise, create a Stoic action plan. List a frustration and how you'll apply each lesson, e.g., pause for control, reframe for perspective. Spend 10 minutes writing, then discuss or journal. Additional scenarios summarized cover 5 scenarios, e.g., a workplace conflict, a parenting challenge, a social pressure, a personal goal, and a community issue. Apply purpose to each. We've explored 7 Stoic lessons. Focus on control, practice response delay, reframe perspective, embrace acceptance, cultivate gratitude, build resilience, and live with purpose. These tools empower you to handle frustration with grace and strength. Reflect on the frustration you wrote down at the start. How would you approach it now? Maybe you'd pause before reacting, reframe the challenge, or accept what you can't change. Stoicism isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Commit to one practice this week, perhaps pausing before responding or listing 3 gratitudes daily. Share your commitment in the comments or with a friend. For deeper learning, grab our free ebook on Stoic Living link in the description. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's keep growing together. Thank you for joining this 3-hour journey. Let's live wisely and face life's challenges with Stoic strength.